Hi, my name is Vicki Townsend. I'm the founder of TheCafeD, and I'm also your host for Get Your Happy Back, a clear path to a happy and fulfilling life after divorce webinar that you signed up for. I wanted to let you know what you can expect from this webinar so that you're ready and that you understand why it's going to be so important for you to be on time. The first is that it's going to be a 90-minute webinar, and we'll even have some time for questions and answers. But what I want to let you know is that it's not going to be available for a replay, so it's going to be really important for you to be there and be there on time. So if you would, take time right now. Get out your calendar. I use my iPhone. You guys can use whatever you want. Put it into your iPhone right now, the time and date, and give yourself maybe one of those alarms that says, a 5 or 10 minute early alarm so that you can be here on time, because you don't want to miss it, because it's going to be packed with information. I'm going to take you through the journey that I went on, and maybe it's going to be something that you can relate to about how I woke up every day crying 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day, sometimes for no reason. Sometimes just tears would start pouring out of my eyes, and I didn't even know why. Maybe you guys have had an experience like that. If you do, I can totally relate. But I just had to. I woke up one day and said, enough. I'm not going to live like this for the rest of my life. I knew that being depressed and sad, living in anger and bitterness and the hatred and all of those negative feelings was just growing in my life, because it was overcoming my life. And when it overcame my life with the words and the thoughts and the deeds that had going on in my own head, it ended up becoming more and more and more a part of my life. So what I want to do is to take you on the 7-path series that I went on, so that you can hopefully come out the better on the other side of that. So the lessons that I've learned that I'm going to be bringing to this webinar, which was, I think, very, very important, was how to live in the present moment. We're going to teach you how you can live in the now so that you don't bring all of that crap from your past into the present moment, the conversations that you have with your family and your friends, the meetings that you have at work, and the deep and intimate conversations with your children. We want to help you keep that past as a part of your past, so that each of those moments can be special and meaningful, and that you can have a better outcome in all of those areas and all of those conversations. We're going to take you through how to forgive. That was really important. And one thing that it's really important for you to know about forgiveness is that, really and truly, this is not about your ex. Forgiveness is for you. And when you can master that, and we're going to teach you that on the webinar, when you master that, it opens up a whole new window for you and a whole new life. We're also going to be talking about creating a happiness plan. I created a happiness plan for myself, and I want you to be able to create a happiness plan for you, so that you actually have some paths and some ideas and some things that you can do to bring your happiness back. We're also going to take you through how to get your power back. Did you ever feel like you've just lost everything, lost who you are, lost your ability to speak up, that you put yourself not only second, third, but you were just down at the bottom of the totem pole, and by being down at the totem pole, you felt like maybe it was even easier to be taken advantage of? Well, we're going to teach you how to get your power back. We're also going to teach you how to bring your sexy back. And bringing your sexy back may not mean what you think it means. So we're going to take you on a path on how you can get your confidence back, and some other things that will help you feel sexy, whatever that is to you. We're also going to be talking about your life wheel. That's about designing the life that you want, and I'm going to be working with you on that. And so that's going to be about rating and designing each of the areas of your life, designing each little segment that you think needs improvement, so that we can write it down and you can have an absolute mantra to look at as the life that you want to leave. And then at the end of it all, we're going to teach you how you can activate on it, and how you can make it a part of your life each and every day, so that it matters, and so that you feel like you've really got something that you can bite your teeth into, and get rid of all of that bad feelings and things like that in your life. So tomorrow I wanted to let you know that there's also going to be a webinar that's going to come out that's going to be filled with a worksheet. So you definitely want to look forward to that, because we're going to take you on the journey. We want you to have a worksheet that you can use and refer to with all your notes so that you'll have like an action guide to take you on your journey. But before we go, I want to give you just a little snippet of some of the things that we're going to do. And I'll give you one little teeny piece of my segment on the law of attraction and designing the life you want. So just after this webinar is over, this video is over, what I'd like for you to do is to think of different areas of your life, the ones that you think needs the help the most. So that could be your relationships with your family, your friends, your career, your finances, your spirituality. Gosh, could be all sorts of different areas, but I'm sure that, and I know that if you're like me, a bunch of those areas needed help, right? But just for the sake of this webinar, just pick one of those areas, and I want you to think about what it is about it that's not running well for you. And then after this video is over, I want you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and think about that area of your life. Let's say your children or your family or relationships. What I want you to do is to take 2 or 3 minutes, and I want you to visualize what it would look like if that area of your life was absolutely happy. If that area of your life brought you the happiness and the fulfillment that you are desiring. So I want you to not only, when you're visualizing it, I want you to look around. I want you to see what it looks like, who's there, what it smells like, what it feels like. Everything about it. Breathe it in. And then when you open your eyes, I want you to write down what it is that you saw in that moment, what you felt like, what it smelled like, what the thoughts were that were going through your head. And then I want you to write it down. And then every day, I want you to go back to that one sheet, and I want you to look at it. Now, when you write it, it's going to be really, really important that you use positive language with yourself. Use words that have meaning of hope, happiness, and joy. Remember, we want to no longer deal with the sadness and bitterness. That's why this webinar is called Get Your Happy Back, Your Path to a Happy and Fulfilling Life After Divorce, because we no longer want to focus on those negative words. So it's going to be really important that you use the words that bring joy and meaning to your life. And it's going to be really, really important that you're kind with your words. Words mean so much, and they have so much power. So that's going to be one of the things, that's one of the many exercises that we're going to be doing. So I hope that we're going to see you on time on the webinar. Don't forget to look for the video from me tomorrow with your worksheets so that we can get started. You can have your plan of action for a life of happiness and joy, and I look forward to seeing you on the webinar.